What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Guys Podcast. Today, we have a special guest, Ayana. Ayana, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm here. Happy Humpback Wednesday.
This young lady's been tearing shit up on TikTok. I really like her content. It's very interesting. So it's an honor and pleasure to have her here. We're gonna have a great a conversation today. So we're gonna react to a couple of your videos. So the first one that really caught my attention was the one where you were talking about men are just capable creatures. When I saw it, I was like, wow, like I really the way she's speaking is it resonates with me. Being a father myself, so I was like, I have to like have her on and have her on, engage with her and talk to her and introduce her to the platform. So let's get into this first video.
A lot of people not gonna like me for what I'm about to say, and I don't care. I'm still going to say it. I honestly believe that some women are jealous of the man for what he is capable of and what she lacks. For example, yes, a woman can raise a daughter into a woman, but a woman cannot raise a boy into a man. Baby, you got until maybe 10 years old before he grows up to start being stronger, taller, and less afraid of her, where your authority won't even matter. Somebody's going to have to step in. Then most single mothers are on government assistance just to fill in for the man not being in the house. You know? Mm, yeah. But a man can raise a son and a daughter into adulthood to have better morals and emotional stability, more success under their belt, better decision making, yeah, great self esteem, accountability, and the list goes on. I mean, fathers, right? But, like, don't be mad. Don't argue about that. Be proud. You can benefit from that. All you got to do is let the man in the house, let that man be a man, let that man be a father, and you'll reap all the benefits of you having a really great household just for letting a man do what he's designed to do. But get this, not only can a man raise both a son and a daughter with ease with no government assistance, I know, so unfair, he can also bring a woman into womanhood. That's why the father gives away the daughter when they get married. And you see, a man can teach a woman how to be a good wife. He can. And a man can help a mother be a better mother. I know. Look at the man. Some of y'all are just jealous of how capable the man is when really you should be proud of all the benefits that come with having a man that is that capable. You're looking at it wrong, love. Don't you just love the man? A lot of people not gonna like me.
Dope. So I want to ask you, Ayana, what inspired you to create that video right there?
My father. Um,
Wow.
my father, he saved me from my mama. My mama, she tried to fail me unintentionally, subconsciously, without even realizing what she was doing because she was prepared to pass down the crown of trauma. She was prepared to give me advice to look out for things that wasn't even happening to me. So then I would walk and start searching and inviting those things. You see, what you think about brings about. So if I'm thinking about the problems of a man and what he could do to me and how bad he could ruin my life, that's exactly what I'm about to invite. My father, he didn't want me making my mama's decisions. He didn't want me looking down at the man and holding on to hurt that didn't belong to me. So the best way to keep me from that was to get a hold of me to the best of his ability on his own without her.
Wow.
Sometimes to save a daughter, you got to save her from her mama.
Wow. That's deep. That's deep. Oh, when you hear that, right, having Ayana being here and hearing her what inspired her to create that video and hearing the video, what comes to your mind, Omar?
I think she's absolutely right. Right. I've had this conversation a million times. I think we've even touched on it sometimes offline, Mohammed. Um, women think for now. right? A lot of women think for now instead of long term. So they would rather they would rather look better to have their child with them opposed to send the child with the father who they know can do a better job just so they won't look bad now. But it's not really about them, it's really about the child, right? But they're so selfish at times. And I'm not saying all women, but a lot of women are so selfish that they're looking they're thinking about how they would look opposed to thinking about how this child is going to turn out long term. And that's pretty bothersome, right? I see it in a lot of situations. And fathers are more capable. That's just the fact of the matter. If we can't be in a household together, especially if it's a boy, I think that boy should go and be with the father because he's the only one that can raise that child to be a man. A woman is going to show him how to deal with things on an emotional level, right? Men are going to show the sons how to deal with things on a logical level. And then if you want a logical daughter and you want her to think, and want her to think and not only think, but you want her to act out of logic and not emotions, which would be which would actually make her a rare woman in today's society, you should let her stay with her father as well, because he would raise her better and do a better job and raise a woman who can make better decisions than the mother. So I agree with her. I think she's 110% on the money. And I think it's a sad situation when women don't do it, because it goes to show that this is not about the child, it's about them, and it shouldn't be that way.
Absolutely. I definitely feel like and I always say this to everybody. It don't matter about being right. The more you try to be right, the more you say that you're wrong. Don't worry about being right, worry about doing the right thing. Otherwise you're just selfish. It's all about being selfless. You know what I'm saying? You can't raise your daughter to be focused on trying to be right, because she'll make all the poor decisions ever because she's not prepared to take accountability. Until you can look up and say, you know what, I effed up. I could have did better. I was wrong for this, then you won't have no progress in life.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Tyree, what do you think about what Ayana's inspiration was for making the video, and also checking out her video?
Um, yeah, that's deep, man. Every time I hear a woman say that their father is the reason why they say something like how she's saying, I just, it reminds me of how important a father is. It's like that perspective, that other side. Um, I feel like her father taught her how to approach relationships in good faith and not come in already ready for, like you said, for something to go wrong, looking for something to go wrong, filtering every action of the man through someone else's pain. And that allows her to actually be present in a relationship and not like, ready for, like you said, bracing yourself for something to happen. And this also goes into that. I always say, we talk about this. Older women sometimes give bad advice because it doesn't come from a reflective place, like a place of like, I did this and I want you to do better. Like, for example, a father might say, I got married. I'm not going to tell you not to get married. I'll tell you all the things I did wrong so that your marriage can go better. Where a woman might tell you, just don't get married. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's a different way to give advice, where you give advice in a way is like, I'm not going to stop you from experiencing this thing. I'm just going to tell you everything I did wrong, because it might not go for you the way it went for me, as opposed to just hate the whole thing and don't be done with it. And it's not reflective. It's more like responsive. But yeah, I think that was really deep what she said.
Tiff, you're up. What do you think, Tiff? Chime in on that.
I think Ayana, can I commend you and your father for stepping up? First off, like, there are not as many great men out there that would do that. And so for the ones that are doing it, and you're a product of, obviously, your father having a good head on his shoulders and knowing what to do in those situations, that is very commendable. And I know you're blessed. You should feel blessed for that, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. A lot of people don't have that other parent in their lives to say, you're in a bad situation, let me put you in a better situation. So that's definitely a blessing. I always say, and as my Christian basis is, it is always better to have a mother and a father in a home. I grew up with my mother and father married in the home. I was married. My children were able to have a great foundation in that. And so it takes two. And if you can find the right partner, and come together in that type of covenant, then that is the best case scenario, because children need both. Period. That is the end goal. You know, through all this, the Bible says a man and a woman come together, right? So I'm always going to be on the side of a child needs their father and their mother. Period. I'm going to say that all day, every day. Of course, there are certain situations where that is not the case, and you know, it's whatever works best for that individual at that time. But I'm a mother of a 17-year-old boy, a 22-year-old female, and I was a single mom after my divorce. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna agree with you. My father's advice has done me well through my many years on earth. Absolutely. I'm so thankful for him. And my mother's advice has done me amazingly well on two different spectrums of the world. You know what I mean? So um, it definitely takes two. Absolutely. To have that balance. Mothers are nurturers, they're givers, they're caretakers. Um, they bring life into this world and sustain life. Fathers are protectors and providers. They are supposed to provide security. You know, that rock in the family, the head of the family. And so when those two combine, you know, sky's the limits. But you take the best from both worlds, and that's just my personal opinion on that.
No, I agree with you. But something that I don't want to leave out that I feel is actually a big, huge, important factor that actually goes beyond my father. Because there is something that goes beyond my father, and that's the partner that you pick. Because if you pick the man that's going to hold you accountable and say, no, you wrong, you're not doing it right, or he's telling you, like, you know what, make things easier for yourself, make things self-sufficient. When he gives you those skills and you take the time to listen to him and trust him because you had a good vetting process, you use discernment. So it's the best thing to do is trust your man when he's saying, you're not doing it right. You
Mhm.
could do it like this. You know what? Or him telling you about yourself. Your partner gonna tell you about yourself. And you can't look to deflect because him giving you criticism is making you better. Because he can see things about you that you can't see. He can see patterns about you that you don't understand. And sometimes he can save you from yourself. And when you give a man that opportunity to do that for you as a woman, as a wife, as a mama, what he's preparing you for is giving your daughter that healed, understanding, accountable love.
Mhm.
You know, so a lot of women feel attacked by their partner, like they can't be corrected by their partner. But you forget that you're supposed to grow with your partner and learn from your partner. So it's like, why is he good enough for you to lay down in bed with him and give him your body, but he not good enough for you to trust him with your mind?
Mhm.
And that's why things end up becoming messed up and ugly. This is where it becomes a me versus you thing, when really it's supposed to be, I trust you, I understand you, I believe in you, I picked you for this reason so you could make me the best woman possible. A lot of women stop a man from making her better, and because she got in the way of the plan, she would say everything failed because of him. No, everything failed because of you. That's where things get misconstrued. So fathers are beyond just our parents. Fathers are also the fathers of our children, also taking over the fatherly role in our life. Hence the woman that gets handed over to the husband. That's what I meant by he brings you into motherhood, because he's going to polish what your father started.
We found her, Muhammad. I like her.
I like how you say no, and you know what, Ayana, my dad used to say that. Like, I've been polishing you. You are my diamond. I have been polishing you for 18, 20 years. Now, what my dad would say is, I'm not just gonna hand you over to any old nigga. You think I'm gonna hand over this diamond to just any old body? So it's those seeds and that those teachings of, you know, you are sacred. You are a woman of value. And you're not just any woman of value, you're my daughter of value. So I agree with you on a lot of things. And it's about finding the right partner to do that. You know what my father always used to say? Meet the mama, meet the grandma, meet the aunties, know who their family is, because you just meeting one person. You don't know who raised that person. You don't know where they came from or what their teachings and what their upbringings, it just could be anything. People look normal, and they got a lot of mental issues or a lot of baggage. So you really need to vet who you're with before you bring them into my household.
I do it differently though. I do it different because the mama could be lost. A lot of mamas try to hold on to their sons like their husbands and stuff. Sometimes the sisters, they ain't all the way right in their path, but they want to speak on their brothers. Sometimes the grandma was the one that knew the most truth, but she not in the picture no more. She passed away. You know what I'm saying? Grandma was the only one that kept it a buck, but grandma not around. So how do you vet that man? The best way to vet that man is to listen to him and ask as many questions as possible. The best way to vet a man is to remember. That's the best advice I can give a woman. If you want to know a man, remember everything he tell you, and then bring it back to him, and then compare your understanding to his understanding and talk about it. Because a man can teach himself how to be his own better man, but a woman will get lost trying to teach herself how to be a better woman. She needs that support. The growing process is different.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
he might have been raised by his mama, but he's not a complete product of her, because he can still go out and get his own understanding and make something better of it. Where sometimes even the mama get jealous of the son. And you got to watch out for that, because sometimes mamas will throw monkey wrenches in their relationship just so she could say, I told you so. But she was over there manipulating stuff on the side.
That's
So
why
you
I need
can't
to be a
always trust
mama.
their family, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like you got to look at him like his own individual.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And you
you
said
know,
discernment.
yeah, this is the kind of black woman that the CIA want to shut down, because a mind like this. No, I'm serious. No, seriously, I'm not even laughing. A mind like this is what the black community needs to partner with the black man to lead us into a better future. Let's get to the other brother. So, brother Light, and then we're gonna go with Jackson after that. So, brother Light, after everything you've heard, what do you think, my brother? Considering what Ayana had to say so far about the relationship she had with her father, and listening to this sister's video.
I think she's 100% on point, and she said it succinctly. Like, the man is important, and like, I think, to piggyback on what other people said, it was like, the union, having a functional relationship is important, but not having that aspect, that male tutelage, is a disservice to anyone's development and upbringing. So I agree with her 1,000,000% for sure. And like, yeah, she's on point, sharp as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah.
Jackson, what's up, bro? What you think, bro?
Man, I couldn't agree more. I mean, when it comes down to it, from what we see, when it comes to single parent households, that's men and women, single fathers tend to raise a better product out of their child. It just kind of is what it is. When it comes down to, I guess, teen pregnancy, incarceration, those things, finishing the school, single fathers tend to just do better. Now, to Tiffany's point, both that's the ultimate combination. That's really hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think that, like you said, Mo, the FBI or whoever definitely has a, you know what I'm saying, has a way of trying to lean the system in such a way that it leans on the mom. And there is a certain level of pride that comes in to being a parent if you care about being a parent. I have a daughter. So I can see how it's really difficult in this society to let your child go stay with their father, understanding that may be for the best. But also, it's even worse if mom kind of just really doesn't have the knowledge or the blueprint up here to relay that to the child, and it's kind of just a double whammy. And we just see the results of that all the time. So once again, I couldn't agree more. And yeah, great video, great job.
Yeah, definitely. Ayana, everything you said was on point. The stats are there, right? Single fathers do better than single mothers. That is a fact. The leading cause of degeneracy, dropouts, illiteracy, degradation within the Black community all comes from single parent households where the mother is the sole parent. And I think it was a psyop by the government, right? When you look at the Black community, when times were more racist, right? Jim Crow segregation, we were doing better. We had more per capita, and we were married. Black women at a time were getting married earlier than white women. So all the data is there. So I think we have to do a better job. Stop marginalizing, willing good fathers. I think we have to get married with a purpose. We have to get married based on duty and responsibility, not based off love and romance and all those things. Also, too, single mothers raising, especially little girls, are more susceptible to being exposed to abuse. Right? I heard this man who abused children say one of the things that he looked for to identify the kind of children he was going to go after are kids who didn't have fathers. Right? So that's very, very, very important. And what's so funny? I wanted to say this too. My brother Omar, I'm a father. I have a daughter. She's turning 6 actually next month. Omar has a son, and it almost brought tears to my eyes, guys. Because I respect Omar a lot. He's a good brother. He's disciplined. He said after having the experience that he had, he doesn't even know if he wants to have kids anymore. Like, he's done. Because and Omar, I want you to touch on why you said, what made you want to say that you don't even know if you want to have kids anymore? And what's happening is that the good brothers are getting burnt out because of current situations and how, women are, the lack of maintenance with relationships and parenting.
Yeah, I just think, a lot of women, they want to do things how they want to do things, right? They're not used to an authority figure. And if they are, if they do run into an authority figure, then there's a pushback, right? It's just like a child. If he's never dealt with authority, when he runs into authority when he gets older, like say the cops or something, that's gonna go left for him, right? So it's the same thing with the woman. Like if she's never had an authority figure, i.e. a father, and then I come in all of a sudden, and even though she knows what I'm saying is good for her, but she doesn't want to submit to whatever I'm saying is good for her just because she has a problem with authority, she's going to be constantly in combat with me. And me as a man, I know this combative thing won't work, right? And if it did get physical, of course, I most likely would win. And you don't want to get physical, obviously. So the best thing to do is just walk away. So knowing that the modern day woman's mentality is I don't need a man, or I can do everything by myself. When it comes to raising a child, they're not really taking the input of the father as much. And that is a turnoff for a father, because a father is looking to make his child better than him and to even learn from his mistakes that he's made coming up. You don't want to see, no father wants to see their child, especially a son, go down the same road that they went down or make the same mistakes that they made. So when we're in this, it doesn't mean that the woman doesn't have good intentions, but even though they have good intentions, when the truth hits you, you should submit to that. But if they don't want to submit to the truth, then we have a problem. And as a father, even though I know my son's mom has had very good intentions, it's still a selfish thing when they want to do the job how they want to do the job, knowing that it's still wrong, or knowing that you can do a better job than them. So I don't want to take the chance of ever going through something like that again, whether the woman has good intentions or not. My son's mom and we are very cordial. But still, in my mind, I make sure I do things to always we're almost at the end now, right? My son's 16. So I'm like, it's almost over. We're gonna just slide home. So I'm not ever looking to get into anything too crazy. And now I can talk to him more and just trust that would resonate with him. But the simple fact of the matter is, I know I didn't get to raise him the way I wanted to raise him. And that's a problem for me. And I refuse to go through something like that again. Now, I need to live my life. You know what I mean? Like, I feel good. I need to just live how I need to live. So I'm not going to put myself through that. I feel like I went through one bit already. And like I said, my son's mom has very good intentions for my son. But I feel like it was when you're a good father and you want to make sure your son is getting the best or your child is getting the best, you feel like, and you're not able to do that because you have to keep the peace. You feel like it's almost like a jail sentence. You know what I mean? And I refuse to do another bid. My bid is almost over. So I'm not gonna go and put in another 18 years knowing that I made that mistake or choice already the first time and it didn't serve me well.
Jackson, go ahead, bro.
Just a quick question for you, because I understand what you mean. I do. I'm much earlier into this thing than you are. You 16 years in. Congratulations. You know, I'm sure you're doing a fantastic job. I'm 2 years in, and I want to offer you this though, because I don't know if you're in your heart, if you're done. If you are, then you know what I'm saying, hey, the rest of what I have to say is irrelevant. But I know that I'm planning to do this again, but very different. Absolutely the right way. I'm planning to get married first. It's a lot of stuff that I've cut off from my life that God has pruned from my life, and I'm so grateful for it. So even with, you know what I'm saying, my intentionality, I'm sure that you have the exact same thing if you still have any desire to be a parent again. That 18-year bid could be a blissful bid, you know what I'm saying, instead of what this, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately what it was with your son. So I mean, would you do it? Would you try it again if you could pour into it the way you wanted to pour into it?
Yeah, that would be ideal, right? So I would say yes, but again, I would have to be married. And if I'm married, I know that woman had to go through a crazy vetting process from me in order to get that, because of what I've been through in the past period, right? Or just because of what I know now. Even if I didn't go through that, just from seeing what I see from other people, they would have to go through a crazy vetting process. So, and the way the women are nowadays, that's even tougher. So I know the chances of getting married are slim, and the chances of me having another child, it's very slim. You get what I'm saying? But if I did get married, I probably would want to do it again, right? I would only get married to the right woman and hope that, you know, it all works out for the best. So I agree with you. I do want to do it like that, but if it doesn't come, I'm not going to lose any sleep about it.
Respect.
Ayana, let me ask you a question. Do you think that black men, good black men who would be sufficient fathers, do you think that they're overlooked and marginalized for men who might have maybe more superficial attractive traits, who might not be good fathers or long-term partners?
I think that they are deemed an enemy, because if they were to be acknowledged more for what their capabilities, then they would show that the government is removing them for their own benefit. If you show the world that black men are capable of being amazing fathers, then you won't have a reason to have food stamps, health insurance, all this TANF program, Section 8 and everything. And that actually black fathers actually give a better education than the school can. You see, y'all are so powerful that y'all got to be removed at once. Y'all must be stopped, because y'all are the game changer. So that's why you guys are everybody's enemy.
That's a fact. I mean, you know what's funny? When you look at the African, I forgot what it's called, like the African soccer tournament, and how people of other countries are against us globally.
Senegal versus Morocco.
We only have each other, man. All of that shit goes out the window. Now, mind you, those are two countries who were both Islamic countries. Morocco is an Islamic country. Senegal is an Islamic country, but Islam went out the window, right? And I think that we have so much division. We have to start understanding, you know, we need each other. We have to start building, you know, black families that are strong. Ayana, quick question, another question. What can black women do to be more ready to step in to be the kind of woman that black men need to assist and aid in being mothers and raising the future generation? What can black women do that can make black men's lives easier so that black men will want to start dating black women again? If you look, you know, a lot of black men are going overseas. A lot of black men are readily dating outside of their race, and black women are, you know, they're comfortable about it. What should black women do, Ayana, so that
I actually
black men
have
can
content on this. There's a video that covers all of it.
Oh shit, we gotta listen. This the first of many of you, episodes of you joining us. But like, we definitely have to like go over that too. But just like, what do you think about that?
I think the very first thing, because I'm gonna break it down. You don't even got to go to the video. I know this off the score. I know this like my heart. I'll give you a list. I'm gonna answer the hardest question that every man has been asking a woman, and she'll run them through a merry-go-round and avoid it. I'm gonna bless you today. I'm gonna
Let's
hand it
go.
over.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
What does a woman bring to a valuable man that's doing what he's supposed to do? Number one, respect. Number two, the ability to be taught and to be led. Number three, an open mind. Number four, a good attitude. Be happy, be grateful. You don't got to be perfect. Number five, accountability. Number six, good motherhood. You don't have to be a mama, but love the children. A woman that does not love children, the most innocent, precious thing on this planet, in my opinion, is not a good woman. Some people be like, I don't want to be a mother. I don't have to be a mother. No, you're prepared to be selfish. Which brings me to the next one. A woman that is selfless. I'm going to put into you. You're going to put into me. I'm not going to have a backup plan for me to run away. I'm prepared to be loyal. I'm prepared to have your back. I don't need a backup plan to run. Any extra money there is to save is to go to the children. I'm here to be here for you. I know that you're putting your all into me with no safety net. So I ought to reciprocate and do the same thing. Which brings me to the next point. A spiritual leading. Whatever you believe in, whether that's Allah, God, the Most High, some type of command and moral something, that needs to be taught first before everything, and that needs to be taught to the children. And then when you get done doing all of that, you got to have substance to you. That's that passion, that thing that keeps your heart going. You need to be prepared to learn how to be a good woman. Let me tell you something. Just because you a woman doesn't mean you understand what it is to be a woman. I say Steve Harvey sent you off. He said, act like a lady, think like a man, but what you think about, bring about. You so focused on trying to think like the man, you acting like the man, you talking like a man, and now you coming to the man as a man. You over here talk to this man like you about to take care of him. Like you about to pay his bills. Like you about to lead him. That's not a woman's role. Learn how to be a woman. Learn how to be a lady. Learn etiquette. Then when you get done finishing that, take your education and everything that you have, of course, and then have hobbies. Have time management. And then when you get done doing all of that, and you still got some time left over, take whatever you can to add to your partner. How can I make him better? How can I make his job easier? How can I help him come up with ideas where he doesn't have to work that job anymore? Because benefiting him is benefiting me. Everything you give to him, you give right back to yourself times two. And that's the definition of peace.
Oh, I think O might change his mind. Hearing people hearing women talk like this, already to have a kid change his mind. If there's black woman out there like this.
Listen. Like I said, I would love to have another child. But
No,
I think I'm going out. No. I would love to have another child in an ideal world. The way this shit is set up now, you know what I mean? They talk, and this is not to Ayana. I'm saying a lot of them are catching on now too. A lot of them are talking a good game. I'm not saying you, Ayana, because I believe you, right? What shit is that?
What Android is going on here?
whose phone is that?
Somebody, my fault. That somebody was FaceTiming me.
Oh, that's cool.
But my shit is on D.
Oh, I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear
You
you.
hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah. It was on D&D. I don't know. You know, they were breaking through. But
Yeah.
in the ideal world, I would like to have another child. But a lot of women are catching on now, right? Like they're talking the talk that we want to hear now to get whatever they want from the guy. And so it would have to go through a whole process before I even would, consider that. But Ayana, you sound pretty good.
I was watching the video right
honestly, it brings it gave me goosebumps because I've always said, you know, when you look at the young black women now in the state that they're in, they're being led by fucking rappers. They're degrading themselves, and we have to get back to that sense of excellence where you have when the man's working, you know, when the kids are with your wife, they're with a strong, you know, black woman that understands her role. And when they grow up into adulthood, they're gonna understand that. They're gonna embody that. Tyree, let's go back to you. After hearing Ayana's list, what do you think about that, Tyree?
Um, it gave me like goosebumps in the sense of like it kind of reminded me of respectfully like grandma knowledge, like a woman who understands men. You know what I'm saying? Like when grandma used to talk about men and how she knew that grandpa wasn't perfect in every way, but he did what he was supposed to do as a man. And she appreciated him for what he was and understood like what he brought to the table and how and just that just was like that's the advice. That's when I was saying earlier about older women not always giving the best advice. It's like it's because it doesn't come from a certain kind of place. That's the place that I mean. It's like giving an understanding of like not passing on the trauma, but passing on the understanding. And she just sounds like she understands men. Like, and that's what younger women need to hear. Like that's what will make younger women better, understanding men from that angle. That we are here to help you. That a man only wants the best for you. A man that was willing to try to provide and protect for you, he loves you. That's a hard thing to do. That's a hard job to undertake. So just understand that. Trust me. Like I want to be the best I can for you. Allow me to do that. So I appreciate women like her who understand that. And that shit was powerful. Like that's what black men want to get married to. You know what I'm saying? That we wouldn't have a problem with marriage if that's how women were talking, or that's how women were moving, not just talking. So yeah.
It's bigger than that, you know. It's more than just believing in him, because that's the part that's missing today. We don't believe in y'all. I believe in y'all with all my heart, but believing in him is understanding that you believe in yourself. That says that you believe that you're capable of making good judgment. You
Mhm.
believe that you're capable of seeing the bigger picture. You believe that you can see, you know what I'm saying, the discipline that you need for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of that vetting process. So there is no way that you could say he this and he that, and you know, and he just all the worst things. Well, is he that or are you that? Because either you have poor judgment or you a poorly woman. But one of these things is because of you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to take accountability. Now, which is it, sweetheart? Are you a poorly woman and you don't want to do your part, or do you got poor judgment and you suck? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
It still come back to you.
Tiff,
Ayana, what
what
I like
happens
about
because we be when we talking like this, Tiff, you really be giving us hella pushback. What's up?
Well, because we have way more guests on the show, so I can't monopolize every comment. I'm
but
soaking and observing. That is what I'm doing right now.
Ayana, what I appreciate about Ayana, what I really appreciate about your representation and how you articulate is just fucking raw. I can tell this is not rehearsed. Like you're raw. You don't care how it just speaks to my soul. And it reminds me of because my father is from Chicago, and my father was a Sunni Muslim, but he also respected the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his teachings. You sound like one of those sisters from the temple, man. Like that's a fact. Like you sound like Shahrazad Ali. Like
Yo, I was just about to say that. Shahrazad Ali
facts,
and Francis
facts.
Cress Welton.
Word. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
listening to like Joanne Chesimard or some shit right now.
Yeah.
Like word, like, and I'm telling you, words are very powerful, and you awaken something in me that, damn, like it really resonates. So I think that you have a job to do, Ayana, that's bigger than TikTok and any social media. You have to really. It's either you or these or Cardi B, and we got to choose you. It's a problem. We have to start shaming these women for even listening to this garbage. It's really hurting our community. And these are the kind of conversations that they don't want us having, because once we come together and have unity and we're moving as one, we're fucking unstoppable. I don't even care about what the enemy's doing. I'm not worried. All I care about is what we're doing. And if we had more respect from our women, but only the men who deserve it, I think that there's no stopping us.
I mean, we playing chess. Everybody knows the queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard, but guess what? It's not all about you. Because if they get the king, baby, game over, checkmate. And don't think that once they take out the king, they not coming for the rest of the species. You know, they're handing you the rope to hang yourself. That's what they do. You know, they put head of the house on the taxes so you would feel like you got the man's position. Now I'm the head of the house. You know what I'm saying? They play these little mind games to make it feel like you have his position, that you're equal to him. But do you really enjoy the luxuries of being a woman when you're comparing yourself to being equal to the man? You know, that's what it come down to.
That's E right there.
That's a fact. Ayana, can we get to your other videos?
Knock yourself out.
Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna share. Hold on, wait. Can you guys see this?
Not yet.
Hold on 1 second. Let me hold on 1 second. All right, can you guys see this now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Let's get to it. So we're gonna go to another one of your videos. Damn, it's just so. Yeah, you're making it hard for me, man. Like
I'm gonna
it's
say
just,
something that
it's just so hold on. It's just so much. Ayana, it's hold on 1 second. Let me I wanted to go to this one right here. Women in relationships.
I'm gonna say something that need to be said. I was on a panel and they was talking about women in relationships with male friends. The kind of person I am, look, I'm gonna express how I feel, I'm gonna see how you move, and I'm gonna act accordingly. With that being said, the men that you work with are not your friends. You should only be talking about business with them. You should not be having no personal, intimate conversations with nobody that you work with. They don't know you from a can of paint. That person that you claim that you grew up with since you was a child, listen, if it's been over 3 years and you ain't seen them, you practically don't know them. Your partner should have already met your closest friends and your relatives and the person you consider family to you. So honestly, they should be already at the house chilling with y'all on a regular basis. Just like his friends come to the house and your girlfriends come to the house, that male friend should have been coming to the house too. Where'd he come from? Real men that respect themselves do not get involved with another man's woman. He's not finna call you and talk to you about his intimate personal life. He got female relatives for that. Why does he need to talk to your husband's wife so bad about his personal situation? And why is your husband's wife, you, talking to this man, being vulnerable with your emotions and expressing and telling y'all business to somebody outside of y'all family? My personal opinion, the female in a relationship that's defending having a male friend to her partner so passionately, like, why you need to talk to him so bad? What is he doing for you that your partner is not? And honestly, the men that defend, you know, having friendships with a woman that they know is in a relationship, yeah, your motives is clear as ever. Like, what's your business with her? Why you need to talk to her so badly? Now, it'd be different if both of y'all are single and both of y'all are friends, and we already know what's going to happen down the line, maybe. But yeah, what's up? With some men, attraction don't even matter. As long as it's within the right moment of the right time, you can get popped. I mean, where you think post NUT come from? And then don't think that you finna be a beautiful friend that's attractive. The moment, you know, you even offer to get on your knees, you really think he gonna tell you no? You really think he gonna tell you no? So the best way to handle these men is to acknowledge them, talk your business, get your advice, say a little comment, and keep it pushing. And whatever extra attention and friendliness that you seeking, you can get that at home from your man. That's how I feel about it. Anything more than that, baby, your motives is clear as day. I'm gonna say something that need to be said.
Facts.
I was on a panel and they.
So what do you, Ayana? What inspired you to create that video? Well, I agree with that too. And it feels good hearing that from a woman.
I was on a panel on TikTok and they was talking, these girls was talking about, oh, I got a male friend and I known him since I was this young, and I'm like, you know, I'm hearing my brothers in my ears. I'm hearing my friends in my ears. I'm hearing my father in my ear, and I'm just looking like I had to understand, like, they don't know what I know. They don't know how stupid they really sound. You know what I'm saying? So I had to break it down the way for them to understand. Because the truth is, you know what I'm saying, there should be no reason why you taking work home with you with your personal cell phone number. Now it's not work no more. And everybody knows you don't mix business and pleasure. So there's some you know what I'm saying, some stuff going on here that's not supposed to be going on here. You know what I'm saying? There's some stuff that can go to HR going here. That's how you know it's not supposed to be going on. You're supposed to be doing your job. You know? You setting up for all kind of problems, and then I be hearing stupid stuff like, oh well, because I known him for a long time, he not a threat, sweetheart. He know the most about you. He the biggest threat. You done gave him all the knowledge that he needs, so he know how to move around your weak areas, your blind spots. You know what I'm saying? And just because you don't know, that don't mean that's not there. You know what I'm saying? You just that much more naive to what he got going on. Now he running the game. He giving you advice and stuff like that and waiting to be the crying shoulder. So then as soon as he talking about holding you, your pants is coming off with it. You vulnerable. You loose. But
Facts.
the biggest
Facts.
part is disrespectful. You don't need no boundaries with me. Boundaries just sound like how much disrespect can I get away with before you feel like you want to leave me? That's what that sound like. Because you're doing something you shouldn't be doing in the first place. That's why you got to come up with all these gates and you got to try to do all these things to keep certain things from happening. If you got to do that much, or your man got to come with you everywhere you go with this other guy, like you on a magic school bus, a field trip, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make it make sense. People be trying to mix their single life with their relationship life, and you can't
Facts.
have both. Which side of the fence is you on? Is you for yourself or is you for your family? Because it's not all about you. You know, that's that loyalty. That's that understanding. But you mess up when you try to outsource your man. Now you pick one, but you got a friend for what? You need to be talking to your man. That's why you got communication problems now. And then you venting outside your house. So what you're doing is being disrespectful. You telling this person all about your man that don't even know him, but he know everything about your partner. And you don't think that's disrespectful? Oh, baby, you out of line. That ain't no friend. What you doing is doing micro cheating. And it's like when you talking about, well, I can introduce this male friend to my partner. No, what you saying is, baby, I'm going to play in your face and you're going to be okay with it because I say he just a friend. Oh, so you think you got a goofy now? Oh, interesting. Nah, baby. If you picked a smart man and you know he capable and you know he ain't with the BS, then of course he going to be like, no, you don't need him. I got it. If he a real friend going to be like, I see you got a man and he going to handle his, so I'm going to fall back. That's a good
Facts.
friend. Go on
Facts.
somewhere. I'll
Facts.
see you around. I'm not saying don't ever speak to these people ever again, but keep it short. Anything longer than 5 minutes, you done spent too much time. Don't you got stuff you got to do? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
that's what it comes to. Because ain't no way in hell you going to tell me a brother that's involved with another man's woman, like, why you got so much time on your hands? Don't you got money you should be getting? Where your woman at? You know what I'm saying? Don't you got to get your bread up? Don't you gotta retire your mama? Shouldn't you be building into some children? Shouldn't you be working on your body? Shouldn't you be feeding your brain? Shouldn't you be trying to come up? Like, why you got so much time to run behind this other man's woman? That sound like simp behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not giving alpha. That's a beta.
Facts. Facts.
Nah, nah.
Jackson, I saw you had your hand up. What you think, bro?
Oh no, I disagree. Yeah, I was like, that's the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I absolutely agree. It's the men and women being friends is such a rare. It's so rare for that to actually be like true and pure. It's a lot of times. I mean, guys, we can reserve our feelings and collect data
Facts.
for years and years and be perfectly fine with that. You know what I'm saying? And obviously that kind of guy, respectfully, I don't have a whole lot of, I don't, that's dirty Mac. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait to start telling some or like, oh, you know
Facts.
what I'm saying? It's to me, that's a little bit weird to me. Like, why ain't you got something going on that you're not up her butt, man? Go up somebody else's butt, man. Like she's not rocking with you. Obviously, she's closed off to you. That's why you're in the friend zone. So I'm with Ayana the whole way. Like it can be pretty weird with the whole friend zone thing. If I'm attempting to get to know someone and they have a male best friend, that's automatically a red flag to me. I mean, I can't tell you how much I'm gonna reduce the points they get, but it definitely weighs something.
Facts. Ty, what you think about that, bro? Would you be cool with your girl having a male friend or your wife?
The way she said it is because I have a female best friend, but I don't talk to her, and I know her man. I know her man personally. I know that nigga. We cool. We hang out. We been paintballing and shit and played game. I know him. You know what I'm saying? And I stay out the way. They have relationship problems. You know, he'll come to me and she'll come. I stay out the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I let her be with him. I know that he got her. He's a good man. He look out for her. I knew her since I was a kid, so I do look at her like a sister. But like I said, I stay completely out of it. So if my girl had a friend like that, like how I am, where I don't even talk to my sister like that, and it's all respect and stuff, I'm cool with it, like she said. But again, anything longer than that, and you telling everything, you just giving away weakness. You putting blood in the water for the sharks. So that's like she said. So I agree 100% with what she was saying.
But y'all not
Tiff.
seeing the bigger
Oh,
picture.
I'm
The
sorry.
big picture is this. And everybody, I promise you, no matter who you talking to, I'm gonna prove myself right. She will talk about everything he does for her. It's like a miniature boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? She benefiting. He either putting money in her pocket, doing favors for her, fixing stuff for her for free. But when it's time to talk about what she does for him, now it's a question mark. Well, I'm just nice to him. I mean, I'm just around. So it's like he's spending his money and putting his life on the line and putting his time and everything. I mean, he's giving a lot more into her, and she giving little to nothing. She just reaping the benefits of two men.
Facts.
Sound like
Facts.
pimping.
Can I jump back there?
Yeah,
There.
yeah,
She
yeah.
spit you like a pimp, like you spitting pimp shit. But this is what I was saying. But this is what I was saying about damn, I lost my train of thought for a second. But no, this is what I was saying about like you said, it's damn, I lost my train of thought because you say, damn, fuck it, I fucked up, man. I lost it.
It's
I
all
had
right.
it just now.
Yeah, it'll
But
come
yeah,
back to you.
she's saying the truth, man. She is saying the truth, bro. I'm glad that is a woman that understands it. Like, thank you, because it always comes off controlling when it comes from a man, and it's like, no, it's not like that. It's like you said, men are good at waiting. Like my brother to the right of me said, men will wait for years and be listening to everything, and then they'll come along when he do something wrong. They always say, oh, I wouldn't do you like that. Like he said, the dirty Mac game. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. He don't put money in your pocket. He don't pay for your net. Like whatever, but you're gonna
He
tell
did
you what you
what?
want to hear.
He did
You
what?
know what I'm saying?
I would never do that
Right.
to you.
Yeah,
Yo,
I ain't like that.
I went through
I
that
would.
like 3 times, bro. No, I don't play
That's
that
I
game.
know that game because I've seen other. I think that's so corny. Like he said, that's corny, man. Like you can't like so. Yeah, I'm just Ryan. I got all respect for you. You understand the game, man.
Where it be some guys on some Derrick Jackson shit. He should, nah, baby, don't do that. Don't let him do that to you. Like, telling your girl lies and be ready to crack. Tiff, what you think, Tiff?
I
Do you
agree.
think it's okay? Tiff, you agree?
I agree 1,000%.
Okay.
It is inappropriate to all of a sudden have a friend of the opposite sex come out of nowhere. I think the problem is there's two issues. One, people label inappropriately. Women, everybody from a woman is, oh, that's my friend. That's my friend. No, that's your coworker. No, that's your neighbor. No, that's whoever, an acquaintance, whatever it is. So people are so quick to use the term friend for everybody. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I was taught that when you are in a committed relationship, when you're married, you have couple friends. You don't have individual friends of opposite sex because that's weird. My dad would be like, do I have female friends? No, you don't. Is your mom, going to her best friend's house who's a guy? Like, no. So he's like, all of our friends, if I'm friends with a woman, that's your mom's friend. I know her through your mom and vice versa, right? I think that it's really important too for people that do have those genuine friendships. So sorry about that. It's my dad. Can you? Sorry, my dad's calling.
I'm gonna go ahead and add to it. Then I'm just gonna
I
say,
get it.
a woman can spend a decade with her female friend and never have to worry about those emotions of I'm starting to feel like this about you, or I'm looking at you like that, or I'm watching your booty when you walk out the door. But if you spend a decade with a guy or whatever, then all of a sudden he has secret feelings for you, or they start to grow over time, and now it's become romanticized, and he's afraid to say how he really feels because he don't want to lose that access to you. And
And
that is something to think about.
that is so true. I was going to say, they got the phone for me. I was going to say that if you do have a friend of the opposite sex and you're getting into a relationship, it is really important if that is a genuine connection that you have to introduce your new partner to this person that you claim is so important in your life. Don't bring up, oh, I got a girl best friend 6 months after we're telling I love you and all this stuff. What do you mean 6 months? All these holidays and stuff are going by, and now all of a sudden you got a female best friend that came out of no. What's her name? I ain't never hear you say that name ever before. Now all of us, you know what I mean? So I think there are proper ways to go about it, and then there are boundaries, right? Because some people can end up I could end up becoming best friends, cool with the woman, right? And discernment, I feel a good vibe. I'm not saying it's ever happened or it will happen, but for S and G's, that could happen. We, okay, now she's getting married. He's the best man. I'm the bridesmaid of, whatever the case might be. But it's also about respect. If you're bringing somebody and, we're dating and you're introducing me to someone that's the opposite sex, I'm feeling that vibe. I'm seeing what's going on. How long y'all hug each other? You know what I mean? Is it more like a sister brother vibe, or is it some eyebrow raised vibe? And if I go to him and say, I don't feel comfortable, and vice versa, if he comes to me and says, I ain't feeling it, like it's just something about him, then that's a choice that you have to make. Who are you willing to sacrifice at that point in time? Your friend or your relationship?
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. I do love how you slick that in there, but I got to keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I am my daddy's child, so I'm not going to go along with something I don't agree with. You said a new one. The old one is debunked, in my opinion. It
Facts.
don't
I was
matter
thinking
how
the same
long
shit.
you known him. It don't matter, in my opinion. If you had second grade with him up until now, I don't think it matters if he knows every single detail. I mean, what man want to vet another man? You know what I'm saying? He
Facts.
don't need to do that. Um, it's like I said, it's not like you're saying I don't never want to speak or see you again. It's just you're debunked to an acquaintance. I'll see you around, check in. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. All right, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? If he not hearing from you and seeing, that's a good thing. That means your man doing what he's supposed to do. Because if you're constantly around it, that means that your man is being neglectful and you got that much time on your hands because he's not doing what he's supposed to. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you constantly able to spend so much time with your male friend, then that means your man not doing what he's supposed to do. That's how it's gonna look to me. And in my opinion, the way I was raised, the way I see things, my morals, when you go outside with your male friend, y'all going on little miniature dates, lunch, and activities, people that don't know y'all, from the outside looking in, you look like you got another man and you playing on your man's respect. You know what I'm saying? Johnny don't know about your male friends, but he friends with your dude. Hey, why I seen your girl at the bowling alley or whatever with this other. What's going on? You good? You good? Oh no, his girl kind of out there. Sometimes they're not even gonna say nothing to him. They just gonna look and be like, hey, that's what's his face girl. Mind your business. Mind your business, man. You know what I'm saying? But you play that risk. So it's like for me, I think it's best to just because I feel like men are more likely to be like, I ain't even gonna play with Shorty like that. Let me not even, put her out there like that. Let me not put her like this. Like he not gonna play Russian roulette with something he care about. You know what I'm saying? It's either this or that. So it's like once you get a man, just like daddy is above everything. I don't play about my daddy. Well, you shouldn't play about your man. He's debunked. Everybody is under him.
And you know what's crazy, Ayana? I always say that most men are dating or in relationships or married to women that don't really fucking like them like that. It's it's kind of funny when you're with a woman who respects you, admires you, and really, really fears losing you. You don't have to tell her anything. She's gonna do the right thing just because she wants to. Anything that she thinks will play with her husband's respect, she's gonna cut off. Anytime you have to tell, there's some things you have to correct and lead her on, but for the most part, I think women kind of understand who's just filling a role and who she actually respects. And I always say men and women cheat differently. Like men, we're physical, right? So we'll go after somebody that we want and it'll be sexual. A woman just might need some fulfillment from a conversation. And her husband will never know, but she's emotionally cheating. She's talking to other men just to talk to them because they make her feel good within the conversation. Women cheat emotionally. Yes, women like sex like men like sex, but typically it's more so for emotional fulfillment. So if, like you said, key point, if your man is doing what he's supposed to do, you're not gonna have need for that male friend because everything is being fulfilled. And another thing too is like when things go wrong with the husband, who are you fucking talking about it to? Right? like, what is a friend? A friend is someone that you share with personal information. And if I had a wife, I would never want my wife to be, talking to another man about our personal problems within a relationship. Right? So that's very key. Tyree, did you remember what you were gonna say?
No,
Nah?
no.
Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead, Oh.
No, let Light go because we ain't hear Light. I feel like I was
Oh,
talking
yeah, I was
about-
gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna let you go and then Light, but go ahead, like.
As far as like women having male friends,
Yeah, like, would you be comfortable with? First, do you agree with what Ayana said? And then, for you, in particular, you specifically, would you be okay with your wife or your girlfriend, if you were in a serious relationship, having a guy friend?
I don't think I would be comfortable in a serious relationship with my girl having like a guy friend that she's like, oh, I'm going to hang out with so and so. We going out for drinks and shit like that. Like, I wouldn't be down for that. Like, if she had friends, like I have female friends, but like now that they're like when they have their men and stuff like that, I don't, it's not no more room for us to go hang out. Like, my homegirl, she's getting engaged. I don't hit her up to go have drinks anymore. You know what I'm saying? I know her man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's cool. It's my guy, but I respect their relationship. Even though I know her since I was a kid, I just respect that. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like it's appropriate. I don't want him to be like what y'all was talking about, or like I don't want her telling me about what's going on in their household. You know what I'm saying? Because from experiences, I've been in relationships with a girl where I've had female friends, and maybe I'm going through something with my shorty, and I'm telling my female friends, and then they giving me bad advice on shit because maybe they probably like me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they like, yeah, you shouldn't fuck with her, and then I ended up ruining my relationship because I'm listening to this bad, information. You know what I'm saying? So I think there should be a line in terms of, how much information you divvy out. You could have friends, for me personally, it might not be something everyone agree with, but like, I'm not going to cut them off, but it's like there has to be a line drawn in terms of like what you share. Like, when you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all issues should be y'all issues. And you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like how it was when y'all were both single or bachelors. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it.
Definitely. Oh, you up?
Yo, Light, you sound like a rapper, bro. But yeah, for me, no, that's the simple answer, right? Like, the answer is no. My girl can't have male friends, period. And honestly, I wouldn't even get with the girl who I see has a lot of male friends, right, or male friends like that in general. So that's already X'd out for me, because I don't like my woman accessible. And we know when male friends are around, they have in their mind something behind their head. I've been a male friend, right? And I know how I was thinking. You know what I mean? And I know what could have happened if I pressed the issue. So, and I just didn't press the issue. So no, you can't do that. And then the girl, she is developing, or has developed, an emotional attachment to this man. Why am I coming into a situation when this woman already has an emotional attachment to another man? And even if she doesn't, like I said, I don't like them accessible to every man like that. So I would never take a woman seriously who has male friends, right? And if you did have one, that's dead. That's dead. You give me any pushback on it, we're not going back and forth about it. That's just done. You know what I mean? I don't operate like that, and it is what it is.
So I'm gonna say something dangerous.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Say it on your show. I don't care about the gay friend. The gay friend got to go too. I said
Facts.
what I said. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you two valid reasons why I don't care for the gay friend. You might be the thing that make him be like, you know what? I normally don't like women, but it's something about you that make me feel like if I did want to have a child, if I did want to be with a woman, it would be with you. Because it's I feel like you just bring something out of me. You mean your natural pheromones? You mean your testosterone? You mean the things that the oxytocin?
And them
Now we
niggas
talking
like
about
playing with
facts.
titties
Now we
too.
talking about chemicals.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yo, that's crazy. That's what I heard that. I heard that.
Go ahead, Ayana. My bad. Go ahead.
That's number one. Yeah, gay friend gotta go. Number two, if you not gay, you're straight. You live your life a certain way. You got certain morals to you. Okay, you should hang out with things that's like-minded and makes sense. It doesn't make sense to hang out with something that you're not and you don't agree with. Why are you entertaining something that doesn't morally align with your life? That's me. That's my personal opinion for me. This doesn't have to apply to everybody. Me personally, I'm not going to hang out with that type of lifestyle and entertain that if that's not how I live. Just like I'm not going to hang out with no hoe and entertain that because that's not how I live. I'm not going to hang out with somebody who makes poor decisions and nasty habits, smoking and doing drugs if that's not how I live. So entertaining a gay friend, that's not how I live my life. And I know that he is, I know he could still see me as a potential option and decide to see the light one day. I'm just not going to be around that. You know what I'm saying? The gay friend got to go too. Ain't no exceptions. You got to go. Bye. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Just go ahead and eliminate all possibilities because you don't play about something that's precious and important to you. You don't play about somebody who's putting their life and their mind and their health on the line for you, putting his purpose into you, putting his legacy into you. Everything is that he's doing shouldn't be able to have like things that could possibly put a monkey wrench in there that's not serving no purpose. That gay friend ain't serving no purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I love how we women low key become magically dumb when they get a male friend. All of a
Facts.
sudden, when you need to have some information or something gets done, all of a sudden your male friend is the only resource. So we don't got Google no more. We ain't got Chat GPT when you need to vent. Because when you don't like a brother, you know how to call some numbers and get some stuff done, or get a really good lawyer, get some information. You know how to work stuff when it's time to be selfish and put stuff in your hands. But when it's things that can benefit your family and benefit your man, all of a sudden you stupid. Stop it. Come on now. You talking to me. You can't run them games on me. I'll cut it up. I'll break it down like a backwood. We can do it. So I just think it's best to just don't stop playing them games. I don't play Russian roulette with things that mean a lot to me. So that's my
Where you from,
perspective.
sister?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, baby.
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
was gonna
okay.
say Memphis or some shit. I'm like, this
Yeah,
motherfucker sound like Memphis,
yeah,
this motherfucker.
yeah.
That pimp
Word.
hand is strong. Yeah, dog. I mean, I'm
Oh
listening.
man.
I'm a young man. I think I'm the youngest on the panel, and I'm listening, like just absorbing. That's what I'm talking about. Grandma knowledge, like me. This shit you saying that I'm like, I mean, I'm absorbing game shit. So this when I as a man sit back and be like, yo, let the woman talk. Like she talking.
Talking her
Not
shit.
wrong.
Yeah. Anybody got questions for Ayana? I wanna
Oh,
just now transition to like just having a
There you go.
casual
There we
well,
go.
real,
Yeah,
conversation.
well,
say
real
it.
quick.
Anybody got?
I did remember what I was gonna say. It's not really too heavy, but I was gonna say men and women relationships
Get
are
your
one
shit off,
sided.
bro.
Now I was gonna say men and women relationships are one sided. That was something she was saying where it's like if a man is a friend
Mhm.
with a woman, like it's him doing a lot for her and her not really doing too much for him. So like if you like you said, there's usually some motives behind that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and you said just being with a friend. I'm paying for things. If a man approaches you in a negative way, I have to protect you. All of these things. I don't think a man is doing that for years with no secret intentions behind that. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why when a girl get a man, you stay out the way. But it wasn't heavy, but I did remember after a while. But yeah, no questions. She broke it down like a backwood, like she said. I'm good.
Anybody got questions?
I do. Ayana, how are you married and do you have any children?
I have 2 kids, a 9-year relationship, engaged. Haven't walked that out yet. Got some things to work on.
Okay.
I'd rather do it in peace.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what's up.
that's that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And your husband, oh sorry, your future husband is a lucky man to have a woman by his side that thinks the way you think, and the way you represent yourself is nothing short of amazing. So he's a lucky man, and we need more black women out there to be wives and mothers like you. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do everything I can to amplify your message. I'm sharing your TikTok. I'm about to follow you and share all your stuff because
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
the sisters need to hear this information and like just have that other voice. Like it's a lot of stuff going on out here, and like you're a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate what you contribute to humanity, and this is important. I thank you. All right.
Jackson, you got something to say, bro?
Oh man, it's pretty much a reflection of what everybody else is probably thinking. These are very important conversations, and I'm glad to see that your words aren't falling on deaf ears. Like the response that you're getting is one warranted, but also deserved. Like people are responding in such a positive way, whether they agree with you or not. They're listening. Clearly, we see the views, we see the likes and whatnot, and that doesn't always tell the tale. But I'm really glad that you're still using your voice, because I know your comment section got to be crazy. It's got to be nuts sometimes.
They actually not bad. The
Okay.
women, they inbox me and we have private conversations. They afraid to comment under my post because they feel like they're gonna get attacked. But they
Ah,
do come with they do come to me with their questions and their concerns, but they don't get aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really called me out my name or nothing yet. Ain't nobody attacked me. Instead, I get women that, stop what they doing and be like, you know what? I see what you're talking about. You know what? You right. I agree with you. And that means a lot to me. I get women that are older than me, and I'm only 28. That will be like,
Wow.
they'll be in their late 40s, 50s, and stuff, and be like, you know, you sound like me. You sound like you my age. You know a lot, or I could learn from you. Or I had a woman that told me she was 43 and she looked up to me, and I'm only 28. That meant a lot.
Ayana, you know why? Because when you have a strong masculine father in your life, at 19, you're more fucking mature than a woman at 50 without a father. That's just the effect. A woman who had a father in her life, even at the age of 15, I would put my money, she's better prepared for life as a 15-year-old with a strong father than a woman 50 who never had a father. And this is the effects right now of what we're seeing.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
what
real
this is what fathers
stern.
do.
People, they accuse me of being aggressive, but I just feel like I'm not aggressive. I'm stern. That's what it is. I'm real stern. I'm not mean, but I'm real focused, and it comes out in my speech because I'm so direct. Somebody might feel like I'm attacking them because my words can come off strongly, but really my words is just saying I'm not with the BS. And anytime I hear something that sound like I'm gonna slickly throw in some BS, or I'm gonna try to put some stuff in there that don't make sense, and then try to get me to agree with it, I'm gonna snip it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real big on standing on my integrity. So
And you know, Yana, that's the way men communicate. We're very direct. That's why when you talk to women, you have to. It's not about what you say; it's how you say it. So I get it. I can tell you were raised by. I would either say you had a strong masculine uncle, or father, or brother, or something if I didn't know you, because men are direct, and that's how men communicate.
five
So I
boys.
get
I'm
it.
the only girl.
Oh
Five brothers.
wow.
I'm the
Oh
only
so
girl.
so we know what time it
This
is.
makes a
And y'all
lot of
could tell
sense.
too.
Yeah.
Y'all could tell when I'm thinking and I'm cutting down some information because I can't help it. I'll stop and I'll turn my ear to it, or I'll stop and listen, or I'll get my thinking face going. I can't help it. I can't control it. But it's when something start moving my mind and my spirit that I'll be like, okay, it's time to decipher. It's time to pay attention. So that's when y'all might catch me sometimes being like, you know,
Yeah,
I
no,
get
I
to
get it.
thinking.
No,
So
yeah, because how can you respond if you don't listen? And you know what, too? Also, too, a lot of times women are raised in households with fathers, but they didn't see the father as the leader. You know, there's a lot of women out there that have fathers, but saw the mother run shit. The mother was the fucking decision maker. So that sometimes is like not having a father at all. So not only is it important having a father, it's important to have a father who's being respected by the mother, a father that the daughter sees. I go to my dad because he's the final decision maker. My mom helps. My father listens to my mom. He takes into account what she says. But when it comes down to who makes the final decision, my father. Can't be two fucking CEOs. So I think that's important. When black men need to regain their place, reclaim their throne as the head of the fucking household, right? And I think that's the most important thing is seeing it. Young women and young men seeing leaders and within the house, and young women seeing leaders within the house, so that they know their roles. Ty,
I
you got any
say
questions? I'm sorry, Yana. I apologize. Go ahead. What you saying?
I was gonna say that's partially true. But mine was different. I didn't watch my mama respect my father. I actually watched her do the opposite. I
Mm.
didn't watch my mama protect my father. I watched her do the opposite. And with that being said, I also watched my mama look me in my eyes and lie to me. I watched my mom not take accountability in front of me. I watched my mama run away from conversations with me. I watched my mama leave me by myself. I watched my mama pick a man over me because his validation was more important than loving me. And so that's how it felt. But you know what? Regardless of my father's mistakes and the things that he's done, one thing he never did was look me in my eyes and lie to me. And if he did something wrong, he would look me in my eye and say, baby, I effed up. But I don't want you to feel how I feel. I want you to see what this is doing to me. I want you to see what being negligent can do. And this is why I'm not hard on you when you make mistakes, but I don't cradle you either. I need you to feel the pain of what you did so you don't keep making that same mistake. My dad was transparent and my mama would try to lie to save face. My mama used to say the stupid saying, I hate it. Fake it till you make it. And that was a setup from failure from the beginning. That's saying I want to cover up who I am and try to pretend to be something better. But behind closed doors, I am breaking my life down and falling apart. People act like your decisions don't catch up to you. You know, older women came up with that stupid saying, born again virgin, trying to cover up the things they did. You know what I'm saying? Women are more likely to try to cover up, lie, and hide and manipulate, but they expect a man to come to them authentic and honest and you know and transparent so they can rob and take everything and see it for what it is, while not granting him that same luxury. Women rob men of discernment, but then they
Mm.
claim they have it when they judging him because he has to be honest about what he's doing. You know, a dog be humping in right in front of your face, just be humping, but cats be hiding in bushes and being sneaky. You know what I'm saying? It's just the nature of. So it's like once you see what's really going on, I had to see what was really going on. I had to make a decision. The decision was, do I live a lie and put on the makeup and put on the wigs and act like things didn't happen and say that stupid fairy tale of it doesn't matter and I don't care and that was the past? Or do I walk my father's past and say, it did happen, I was wrong, take accountability, and this is who I am. And I can't change what I've done, but I know I can make better decisions going forward because I still got time. Which life is less harmful? One sounds like you're going to keep going down the same road of hell and worse, insanity, making the same decision over and over again and having worse mistakes. Or you can have one where you can possibly see the light and then you gain your respect along the way because you own who you was. I chose my father's path.
Man,
Nah, you're powerful. You're powerful. I didn't even know. I said I was younger. You're younger than me, but you got the game. I listen to you like you. No, you. What you say is powerful, man. I
facts.
respect you 1,000%. 1,000%.
Damn, that's so powerful. What you said about women wearing the wigs and putting on different things to cover up, and I see a lot of black women. They tend to hide their trauma. They don't really express it and understand it. So whereas that they know how to make better decisions moving forward. Ayana, man, the way you did self healing and you reflected on your life, you understood at a young age. Like, who gave you the discernment, Ayana, to know that it's wrong? Because we see a lot of women do bullshit, and the daughters and sons don't call out the mother's bullshit until they get older, and the father's the bad guy, and you're so young. At what age, or and what contributed to you? Because your father could tell you everything, but what made you trust your father? Because you still had a choice, right? Because you didn't have to just listen to your father. You could have still said, you know what, I'm gonna listen to my mom. What gave you that insight to say trust this man? Because so often we think fathers are just like the other guy, even though they're our biological fathers. That's how most fathers are treated. Like, what made you say he's my father? I'm gonna be more like him and listen to him and walk his path.
My partner,
Mm.
uh, Freddie, he he used to piss me off, make me angry. But I had to realize, and he helped me see it too. That's why I say it's important who you be with. The person that you feel like you can't stand them for a reason. You need to understand that reason. It wasn't that I didn't like Freddie. I used to think I couldn't stand him and having his kids. But the truth was, I wasn't mad at him. I was mad because he was right. I was mad because he was helping me see who I was. I was mad because he was holding me accountable. And then I was mad because he made sense. And I had to realize, you know what? He's saving me. I want to side with my mama. Everybody want to agree with your mama. Everybody want to protect your mama. That's your first instinct. Who don't love their mama? But somewhere it has to take a man to be like, you making her same decisions, trying to run from her. The more you try to run from your mama, the more you're going to be just like her. And the more you think that your daddy was weak or this and that, no, your daddy was actually strong. Your dad was actually the victim. Your dad was honest about who he was and what he was doing, and he got judged and put down for it and then had to pay for it. The pay for it was you. He paid child support for what he loved and had to care for. But because your mama said, I'm a package deal, you got to love me too. F you, I'm going to keep you away from her, and you got to pay me to see her. Imagine loving somebody and then having them taken away from you and they say, you got to pay me to see this. Your dad was the victim. He's like, you have to put yourself in his shoes and think about how he feels and what's really going on. And then see what your mama's doing and what she's not telling you and what she is manipulating. Your mama gaslighting you. Your mama's the one actually hurting you, not helping you. She's rubbing your back and saying, it's okay, I'm here for you, and then handing you hell. While your father is saying, you don't have to go through that. Just pick the easy route, baby. Once Freddie helped me see that, it actually broke me down. It made me cry. And then it made me heal. And I didn't hate him anymore. I loved him even more for breaking me down. I really love that man. And then I went from feeling like I couldn't stand him when I look at my kids to feeling like I'm so proud that I had his kids. I'm so grateful to have somebody hold me accountable and help me see, because you can't see these things by yourself. As women, we can't see the habits that we have. We can't see the failures that we're doing. We're so quick to want to have that entitlement of somebody covering up and making excuses for us. He didn't let me make excuses. He said, it's not my fault, you did it. I could have argued back. He'd be like, don't argue against me. Don't fight me for being right. See what I'm talking about. Don't worry about how you feel. What do you know? You know you're wrong. You know I'm right. But that's not important. What's important is doing the right thing. That's what's going to benefit you. If I don't give a damn about being right, you shouldn't either. I just care about results. Once he said that to me, it made me a better mother. That's what I meant by it takes a strong and smart man that you trust to bring you into the light of the truth. And they can actually undo what your parents did and actually re-raise you to be better if they know better. They can take you away from your trauma. So my father and my man made me better. Two very important men in my life.
Damn. Tyree, what do you think about what she just said just now?
Yeah, I won't even. It was powerful, man. I'll keep it short. This her flow right now. This her stage, man. Man, she is speaking the truth, and I just respect you so much for how much knowledge that you bring in. And if women could just pass that on to their daughters, we would have a better place.
Definitely. Oh, what you think, bro?
She's been cooking all night, man. You know, she's like, yo, it's like I like hearing it because you know, like we on these episodes every week, and I say the same things. I think she just said it in different ways. So hearing her, you know, really is a breath of fresh air. And like I said, it's also it's a testament to show you that fathers are super necessary, right? Like we touched on this earlier. It just reiterates the point. Fathers can do a certain job that a woman can't do, and the woman should be glad about it because she chose that man. You know what I mean? And this goes back to, if you don't like the man that you chose, then that's on you because you chose him. You know what I mean? But if you know you have a good man or a good father, let him do his job. And I think she reiterates the point. I think she also is the point. She spoke about her relationship with her father, and you know, I respect that and I love it. And I think that's always the goal, because like I say, without fathers, you cannot have without fathers in a household, you can't have a family. Without the family, you can't have a community. Without the community, there is no nation. And I'm about nation building. And I think that's where it starts. It starts with the family, but we need the Black fathers back in position in order to orchestrate this whole thing. And the women have to step aside and allow the Black fathers to do their job.
Facts. Light, what you think, bro?
she's on point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just absorbing everything the sister is saying, and I really don't have anything else to add. Like, I'm just this is great. I just can't wait this year. I already got a few people I want to share her information with, just so they could listen and like get themselves right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to add with that.
Yeah, definitely. This is like mental medicine right now. This is amazing. Jackson, what you think, bro?
Oh man, it seems like, you know what I'm saying, she went from covering to covering. You know what I'm saying? She had a solid father, and then found even, you know, a solid, you know, a solid partner. So that's, you know what I'm saying, probably the secret ingredient. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, selecting who you're going to be with, the person that you sleep beside, is probably the most important decision that we'll ever make. The person that we choose to sleep beside, and their logic, their thought process is super duper important. It's almost like, you know, if we're both rowing, you know, or we're both rowing a boat, we have to be doing this together and in sync. You know what I'm saying? We have to be on pace, and somebody has to lead the pace. So, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, she found someone that she could trust his ability to think and set the pace for their relationship, to see how things work, and it's working for the best. So that's really hard to beat nowadays, because there are some guys that may not be on pace, may not even know how to do so. You know what I'm saying? Whether they were fatherless or not. So I think our ability to reach these men, especially as men, and the calling, right? Like, to even understand, like, this is necessary. I have no business being in a relationship if I cannot see myself leading in this capacity. If she can't trust my thought process, then why am I trying that? You know. So ultimately, of course, you know, it's the same. It's the same as everyone else is saying. We love your message. It's fantastic, and yeah, keep spitting it. Keep spitting it.
Facts.
Well, ladies.
Tiff. I'm so sorry, Tiff, and that's it. And we're gonna. Wait, I'm sorry. We have something to say before? Ayana? Oh, okay, good. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tiff.
Jackson pretty much summed up what I was lining up to say. At the end of the day, we talk about, you know, men and women knowing their roles, especially before they even attempt to get into a relationship or become a parent. And it is about trust. It's about ability. It's about someone's power. And when we talk about men leading, a woman has to trust that. And I think that that's what this generation is struggling with. Men are struggling with what it means to be the leader of the household, the leader of a relationship, you know, the head of their family. And women are struggling with the trust aspect of letting their guard down, being able to be vulnerable, and saying, okay, I will let you lead me. And you know, that's where a lot of our relationships are getting messed up nowadays. But you know, like Jackson said, Ayana, you know, between your father and your partner, it's like girl, you know. I know men talk about accountability all the time, you know, against women. But it takes a really strong man that knows his stuff, knows what he's doing, knows how to lead, to be able to say, baby, that's not how we doing it. This is how this is what we're going to be doing. It also takes a healed woman that feels safe and secure to say, okay, babe, lead me.
Yeah, you got to relinquish. I say the best way to know if you got a good man, you got to go back to what do you know, forget how you feel. But sometimes you got to ask yourself, was he making good decisions and making sense before me? Because there should be no reason why all that changed the moment you showed up.
Damn.
I got one more thing to say. I better not get no pushback any other week after this,
You will.
because
You will.
Ayana came up here. Ayana came up here.
You will.
We were like in sync with mad shit,
and nobody said nothing. Every other week after this, I better not hear nothing from you.
Ayana, listen, Ayana, time is more valuable than money. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate you. This is, I mean, I can't put into words what your presence and your words have meant to me personally, and I'm sure the others share my sentiment. It almost brings tears to my eyes because I care about my community more than you will ever know. And thank you, not just for coming on here, fuck this, but thank you for being a voice that young Black women who don't have fathers or mothers. At least, like, this social media shit is so freaking powerful, man. So just you being able to just them going on, clicking and just hearing you, it can change everything. And we have to, and I'm gonna do my part to push them towards you.
Thank you.
Ayana, no, seriously, I appreciate you. Thank you. You are welcome to join us anytime. And I just wanted you to be comfortable. So I said, he was like, oh shit, I forgot. Yo, this is family type shit, and even more so now. So like whatever. Listen, we gotta have you back, Ayana. We gotta do a part 2. I mean that. We all love you, man. Appreciate it.
All of y'all.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
You putting St. Lou on the map, man.
I forgot your name with the black hat.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Brother.
And I'm gonna send a picture. I'm gonna send a picture to him. You look just like my dad. Y'all win.
Oh,
That's crazy.
That's okay. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send a picture. And when I do
Yeah.
it, he gonna send it to you. You're gonna be like, wow.
I want to see
Yeah,
that.
Wow.
I want to see that. I mean,
Which
just
means
how
you
way you
also look
spoke
like
about
what's
your
his face
father.
from Stomp the Yard, just so you know.
Ah, my
Instead
man.
of looking through the
I don't
window.
want to hear it.
There you go.
Oh man,
That's funny. I don't want to hear it.
yo, thank you, guys. Lighthouse, I appreciate you, bro. Omar,
yo,
Tiff,
thank you.
Jackson, Tyree, and Ayana, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ayana, I'm gonna reach out to you. We gotta arrange something. You could come back, man. We have to just keep building family shit. You know what time it is in a
Yes.
real way.
I enjoyed meeting
In a
all
real
of
way.
y'all.
I
I'm glad
enjoyed
y'all
you
could
too.
have me.
Thank you, guys. Peace out. Love everybody, man. Until next time, the
Oh, yeah.
guys podcast Capture Media. We out. Thank you, Ayana.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks.